Greetings, beautiful people. My name is Simon Javan Okelo. I am the CEO and the founder of Madaraka Festival, and I am also the host of Madaraka Festival podcast right here on YouTube. I want to thank you all for always joining us and supporting, commenting. And this morning here at the Seattle Drum School of Music, I have a really, really special guest, my brother Dubai Dennis, Mr. Maronga.
Let's put it on. Thank you for having me, bro.
Yeah, I'm very proud of the work you are doing here in the African diaspora in Seattle, whether it's with the Kenyan community or other communities, your footprints is visible. So thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Godspeed.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Excellent. Now, I want you to take us back. Okay. A lot of people love seeing results, especially here in America, but they don't understand the work that produces that result. So I want you to take us even further back to a moment when you are like 5 to 10 years old. Reflect on the colors that you remember when you're that age, that until today when you see such a color, you're like, wow, this is why I'm still going on. When you smell such a smell, you still want to keep going. You feel maybe happy, you feel inspired. Maybe when you hear a certain song or a certain sound, you feel like this is where I realized that I could do anything, So take us back, reflect on the colors, sounds, and the smells that really drive you today, but they come from a time when you are 5 to 10 years old.
I was born in Nairobi, in Kenya, to two parents, and they were both into sports. My dad was in the army, and he was the skipper, the main scorer of the Kenya national rugby team at that time. And my mother was a walker. You know how they used to walk? It was a very funny sport.
Yeah.
And all I knew between 5 and 10, the colors that I liked was green. I think green is what I liked the most. My dad was in the army, so the beret. My mom was working for Telecom Kenya, and the main colors were green as well. Where we lived in Langata, the barracks was in the biggest national reserve of the whole continent.
Nairobi National Reserve.
Yeah. And back in that time, one of the things that makes me even love and connect to Seattle the most, Langata used to be like Seattle. Langata Dam used to have boats. Before the Hyacinth, before Braila was the guy over there. So Langata had this feel of ballad. Where we lived, aeroplanes used to go through every day.
Yeah.
Wilson Airport. So every night, every morning, you don't need to be woken up. The planes will wake you up. Where we lived was close to Langata. It wasn't a super highway then, but it was still a busy highway from Rongai to down.
Langata Road.
The barracks was so untouched that you could walk from our house to Carnival, the back route. It was just bush. All that was bush. Our Gardens was it was just a bush. So I grew up with a lot of nature. I had a lot of time to explore. Every morning there was a mosque. They'll wake up everybody, so everybody knows it's 6 a.m. Then the soldiers had the trumpet. The corporals and the other soldiers would go and march. So every kid already wakes up in that system of it's 6 a.m., cars are going, grab a bus, go to school, army, church. There was always purpose. Aeroplanes, are you seeing how much?
Things are moving.
Yeah,
why are you not moving?
And then there was also the nature part. The Kenya KWS was not well funded around that time. So the fence, there was only a very thin fence, and it was not electrical fence back then, that separated the barracks and the National Reserve. So we had a lot of animals that used to escape from the reserve, come into the barracks. And it's so weird. That was the first time I actually tried, what do they call it? Game meat? Because they will take down the animal, but they'll give meat to everybody.
Right.
I'm telling you, the buffaloes, the antelopes, the crocodile, anything you think that was coming from there, that was on the edible side, of course. But then I grew up with kids who all they talked about was how big the army was. how great Kenya was. Because we see it in the eyes of our fathers. At 5 years old, you asked me something special. What memories do I remember? Every army kid around that time used to help their fathers get ready for the parade. My dad was a corporal then, but he ended up being a brigadier with school. But the corporal, you had to clean your boots. So at 6 years old, you know how to assemble and then unassemble an AK-47, because you have to know how to clean the brass. You know steel wire? You have to use steel wire for the boots. You only have to know that if you clean the boots well. So they have to shine. That shine that Moi liked. So I grew up with that discipline already of people are doing a lot. It's a high expectation. It's always deliver. What are you doing? Deliver. You have this amount of time, deliver. I used to see my father's face. The rugby clothes they used to wear were white. So I also love white in summer. White shows rebirth, recreate. White shows clean slate. So those are my two favorite colors.
I love that. So then take us to where things evolved from you growing up and spending all these beautiful times in Langata Barracks in Nairobi, Kenya, and you being in Seattle now, you know, how did you evolve to being who you are today? Give us a little story of how did you end up in America, and then how did you create the Dubai brand? Forget about the Kicheko Project, forget about Choma Festival. We'll discuss those in a moment. What many people know you, your personal brand is comedy. Why comedy? You know, a lot of Kenyan artists we have singers, we have podcasters, we have in fact in Kenya we have so many content creators than any other career I can think of.
I think so, right?
Because phones, everybody can access phones, the internet is accessible,
and you
but there are no
quickly.
jobs. Yeah. So a lot of people are creatives and they're successful at it, you know. But you chose comedy, you know. And comedy is a hard job.
Very tough.
Making people laugh.
I love it.
So why comedy? And how did you build this brand? Because I feel that it's what now has given birth to Kicheko and Choma Festival and other things that are yet to.
Can I take you a little back? Can you give me 2 minutes to take you a little back?
Yeah.
So I discovered my artistry in primary school. There was a school called Langata Barracks Primary. And then I went to St. Mary's Mosocho. St. Mary's Mosocho is a boarding school in Kisii next to Cardinal Otunga or Yugis. And over there a lot of great people have come from there. We had a lot of room when you're in boarding school to discover who you really are. In terms of sports, like my classmate Lawrence Olumu plays for Portland, I think in Kansas City, one of the most successful Kenyan footballers in Seattle. In America. Like Momanyu played for, I think, Denver Nuggets or something. There's a lot of people who came from there and they found themselves. I found myself in that school that I love art. So I started the first drama school. And I remember in 1997, 1998, we were the first time that Mosocho went to drama festival ever in the Kisii region. We left the Kisii, went to Kisumu Day. That is when I discovered I love being around people. I love to express myself. In the barracks, one of the things I never liked the most is the lack of freedom that the soldiers never had, which is cool, you know, you have to obey. That's part of what they signed up for. But I didn't like that being always muffled. You're not having a voice. So around that time in primary school, when I went back home with even like my boarding school certificates, my father would fight me because he wanted me to go on the path that he's on, which is go here, get a job, go to school, go here. He had injured his leg, so he was not playing rugby no more. He was kicked out of the team. So I think he was feeling like, I don't want you to fail going through art the way I did with sports, and you have no backup. It brought a lot of rift in our relationship, which made me move out of the house. So I stopped living with my parents. Like my whole high school, I didn't live with my parents. I lived with different people. I found myself at my grandmother's, my aunties, trying to discover myself, like trying to find what am I trying to do, because I don't want to do what they wanted me to do. That is the time my parents split, so I ended up in Isili. That's why I didn't want to miss this part. We ended up in Isili, in a place called Maringo Poster.
Yeah.
My neighbors were Savara. Remember Savara from Sauti Sol? That's why when he came last time, Madaraka Festival, we're born. Yeah. They used to practice at Jericho Social Hall. That is when I started my theater career now. I met a guy called Joabis. And I met a guy called Peter Kawa. He's still one of the biggest film producers in Kenya right now. He has a couple of movies on Netflix. And we used to go and practice theater books. You remember set books? So I started, because the books already from school. Right after high school, my mom did not have money. She had 5 boys, a single mother. She didn't have money to take me to college. So I had to hustle. She was the one, I think she had been laid off. Telecom Kenya had lied to their employees around the 2000 about like early retirement. Take your early retirement. They're going to give you, I think the first one was called Golden Handshake and the other one I forgot what it was called. But they laid off people illegally and a lot of people lost their jobs and some of them depressed, some of them killed themselves. But mom held on. So mom started selling like matunda, uji. And I'm looking at my mom like, nah, that's not what we're supposed to be doing. So I got into theater hard. Me, size 8? Lynette, she was living the other side too, but she was doing music. But we started doing with the sisters and there's a lot of creative people around that time. Eric Omondi used to come and practice at Jericho Social Hall. Nambuki, Churchill, that's Social Hall. Anybody Jalango, that's Social Hall. We all came from the same base, same pipeline. So I'm watching these people, Jalango from home, he came from Ocha. And Jalango is like trying to get this English and he's rehearsing every night. I'm like, I need to step up with this. That's when theater came into my soul. I became an actor at 19. We traveled all over Kenya. I'm telling you, from Turkana, Kitui, there's nowhere we never went. And then we progressed. Now we started doing adaptations. So now we started going to Alliance Francaise. We went to German Goethe Institute. Goethe Institute. We went to Bomas of Kenya. We did a lot of stuff there for the president around that time. And then I went to this particular conference and they told me that you can come to America and study. They could give you a grant. You can come and do something. I got good grades, so they got me in for medicine. So my main aim when I was coming from Kenya was to be a dentist. I came for pre-med. And then I do pre-med in Wichita State for 2 years. Then I go to Kansas, KU for 2 years. Right after I got my visa, the election thing happened in 2007. The violence, the Kikuyus, the Luos, the Nandis, it was all over. That was, funny enough, my biggest gig before I left Kenya. Because I did Makutano Junction. I did, what's the other high school one? I did a couple. I remember that Kamba politician had a show where they were acting like special forces. Right. What is it called?
Alfred Mutua, my guy, God bless him. Anyway, so we did a commercial for Stop the Violence in Kenya. I think that was my biggest one. I was in 2 billboards, one on Uhuru Highway. Is that Uhuru Highway? Yeah, Uhuru Highway, and the other one in Westlands. And then they always used to show my commercial. It was very bad though, because they always showed me with the panga. I was the one killing people. I don't like it. But then at the end of the message is Stop the Violence. That was my last campaign in Kenya. So I moved to America in 2008. Wichita State, life was tough. It's not like Seattle. Seattle is very diverse. That's why I'm really loving it here. Like you can do anything here. Communities here. In Wichita, there was no restaurant for Africans. There was no space for us to listen to African music. There's a song by this guy called Sandiata. Have you heard of Sandiata? It's by this guy, is a Ghanaian rapper, where he was talking about back in the day, we used to pretend to be Europeans, we used to pretend to be Caribbeans because we didn't love who we were. We were in that structure of African Buddhist structure. We are finding ourselves. We are not confident in our skin. Dark skin was not popular. Like no one was looking at us like we're humans. School, we were being ostracized. Our professors were literally racist to us, but they couldn't fuck with us. Anyway, then Wichita State, I met producers, and we started a music company. There's a guy called Steph Capella. He's one of the biggest rappers now in Kenya. There was Lucia. We formed a band. So this is the part, so the theater, the acting, then we did the music. So I started producing. I was more of the listener. Rap a little bit, but more of the listener. So I produced for Nonini before. Me and a guy called Biti Akega, the ones who produced for Nyashinsky's track that relaunched his career back home. Remember Now You Know? We were listening to it way before even it was released. We're clapping with VJ1, the videographer. So we went to music a lot. Some of the artists we hosted, Nonini came to Wichita a lot, Ali Kiba, Professor J, Chidi Benz,
there's this songstress. I used to sing so many beautiful songs. Not Ray C, dark skin a little bit from Tanzania. We hosted a lot of people in Wichita. It was a beautiful thing. We introduced African music there. We were on Fox News, but the problem was the community was not seeing that as progress. So we had a lot of pushback from our own people who didn't see themselves in that space. So it killed our spirit a lot because we were depending a lot from community because we're doing this for community. I stopped doing music and I started doing fashion. I opened a company called Dapper ICT. I partnered with Men's Fashion Warehouse and Banana Republic to produce like men's suits that have the essence of Africa. That more color, because them they're more like gray, you know, the Seattle colors, gray and black and brown and beige and neutral. We started going pink, we started going hush red, we started going hot green. They loved it. It was like a summer collection. I did it for like 2 years with them. Unfortunately, at that time, I had issues with trying to renew my work permit. You know how that goes sometimes. So I decided to be an entrepreneur. I'm like, this sometimes takes a while. By the time it comes, I'm not really, every employer is asking too many questions. Let me be my own thing. So I started a restaurant, a home restaurant from my garage. Because there was no African restaurant. You'd have to drive 2.5 hours to eat ugali, Simon. You have to drive 5 hours to eat nyama choma. Do you understand the passion where nyama choma came from? We used to drive 5 hours to go to Dallas Memorial Weekend to eat. To enjoy African cuisine. So I started delivering to people at work. I even forgot what it was called. Mombasa dishes, Mamba dishes. It was called Mamba dishes. So before DoorDash, I used to deliver people's jobs. Yeah, people loved it. It was a beautiful thing. But unfortunately, the price point was not advantageous to me. Because the same Africans who want that nyama choma, or kuku choma, or kuku akupaka, it takes a while to cook it. I can't cook it for this long and sell it to you for $20. It don't make sense.
Yeah.
And it's not scalable. I want to serve you, but I'm not funded here. It's just me. Then my roommate from college, Wichita State, his name is Howard. You met Howard? Howard had moved to Seattle. Came to Wichita a few times to visit me and told me, I don't think you belong here. I said, what do you mean? You need to come to Seattle. So he invited me to visit. I came to visit one weekend. I think that weekend is when I decided I'm moving to Seattle. We went to Rumba Notes. After Rumba Notes, there was an open mic at Langston Hughes. Do you understand how happy I felt when I got to that microphone? It wasn't laughter like forcing jokes or scripts or a set. It was just me telling people what happened in Wichita. And these people are laughing. And I'm like, so comedy is not complicated. Just relating to people. You may write a whole set, but they don't want to hear a whole set. They came to hear themselves. They came to hear and feel experiences that they're going through, but you're vocalizing it. That is when my love for comedy began. And I never went back. Comedy show from the Pala Comedy Club. Remember the Pala Comedy Club at Bellevue? That's when I met Mike Epps. That's when I hosted for Nate Jackson. That's when I hosted for... People don't believe this. But Kevin Hart came to the Pala Comedy Club in 2018 in April. And after party was at the First Ave, Belltown. There was a club there. It used to be called... Was it Emba or something? It was a club used to be there. But that was the only place that they would play African music outside Red Lounge. That's when I made comedy and music together. Like you can bring Afrobeat and comedy together. Traveled, did a couple of state tours. First year, 20 states. Second year, 30 states. Then Madaraka came. We also went to a lot of states. And then we connected. You even brought me to Bill and Melinda Gates the first time. You don't remember?
I do.
You brought me there. It was African Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. There, you, Nansare. And then that is when I realized my people they need this voice, this unfiltered, uncouth, but honest and sincere that gets results. This has been my whole life. This is the message. This is the time. And as you can see, Gen Zs right now in Kenya are doing exactly what we've been trying to do for years. But now I'm glad it's not like one person doing it. Now I'm seeing my content, I'm like, thank you, God. This is the vision we've been trying to sell for years. And now they're doing it. Now they're speaking. When you speak, you get results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that you've given us an idea of how you developed your career as a comedian, some of the accomplishments that you have, how then did you build Kicheko Project? Why was it necessary to have Kicheko Project in addition to the Dubai Dennis brand as a comedian.
Correct.
And then talk about some of the impact that Kicheko Project has had in the Seattle community.
Yeah. First, through comedy, I connected with a lot of people. As I tell other artists who are beginning, you gotta donate a lot of your time. You can't start your career today and expect big checks tomorrow. I've been in Seattle for 7 years. I can tell you the first 3 years, I almost never got really paid. Everywhere, like never evened out, because you have to reinvest in your business. So reinvesting, what does reinvesting mean? Going to different places and saying, give me the microphone, please. Let me tell people who I am. Give me 5 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. So people know who you are. People are not going to pay just because you have cute Instagram pictures. Kicheko to me was, I went to this leadership conference from Microsoft. And this guy said, I remember him, Jim something, it was at the convention center. And he said, if you haven't left anything that people can pick and work on way after your demise, you didn't really build anything. You just built you. What did you leave? Madaraka has a lot of people who have tasted Madaraka, benefited from Madaraka. People who have never left Africa left for the first time. People who have never done a US tour can say, my first US tour is tied to that brand. What does your brand benefit in other people out there? You know? I can walk around and be like, I was here and I did this and I did that, and which I normally do, but what does that do for others? How do you empower others by just telling them you're great? So great, then what? You're great, then you pass it on. That's greatness. To me, that's greatness. Come here. This is Kicheko. What does Kicheko mean? Laughter. Laughter represents my comedy. Joy bringers. Remember the joy bringers? That was my mother's favorite
TV show.
Choir show. Joy bringers. They had different choirs there. It was my father's favorite show. And that brought joy to my mom. Now, me, Kicheko, to me, is bringing joy to community through comedy, cars, financial literacy, art, brotherhood, family. I've not gone to Kenya in 17 years, Simon. I've not seen my family in a long, long time. So the only family I get to build is this one. Because this one, I have access to it. I can see them. We can eat. We can communion. We can worship. We can meet together for mental health connections. Every aspect of my life, like I told you, when me and my dad were not getting along, it's part of what Kicheko is. What did I go through? What is my lens telling me about another person who might be going through it? Another person who might be stuck in a city they don't want to live in. Another person who might be stuck in the 9 to 5 and they want to get a side hustle that can give him joy. Another person who wants to build community and he feels ostracized. A lot of my friends, or the whole Kicheko team, it's a lot of introverts. They're not like me. I'm the loud one. They're very introverted. They're in their spaces, but they have found themselves, like they see themselves visibly now. Like, oh, this is my strength. I didn't know. This is what I want to do, and that is my gift to the community. That's what I want to do with Kicheko. And it's cross-border. I know what it feels to be told you're not African enough to be African. You're not Kenyan enough to be Kenyan. You're not black enough to be black. And you're not American enough to be American. So you're just dangling in there. And there are a lot of our kids like that, walking around here. They're trying to find their identity. Who are you? Kicheko says, you don't need a label. Just a human, bro. Enjoy music. Enjoy your friends. You have your flag? Great. Let's do it. But at the end of it all, as you see the colors, corn is Ugali's favorite. This is Kenya's staple right here. Berries. This shows rebirth. The green is what everybody loves, plants everywhere. Down here, flowers. Remember when they sunk when Noah's Ark, when they flooded the whole world, they sent out birds to go see if the land is dry. What do the birds bring back to show that now the water has gone down? They brought that flower right there. So everything has meaning. This is not even supposed to be on a t-shirt because in Kenya it says it's illegal. But this is a form of protest to show the guys back home we're together. We're reclaiming our country back. All right, Simon, I talk a lot. You got to lead me, bro. I can talk till tomorrow.
I'm just listening. I have to listen. My job is to listen, ask questions and listen and engage where necessary.
Exactly.
Now, you had Choma Festival for the first time, not even a month ago.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, bro.
So then, Dennis Dubai, the comedian, Kicheko Project, Choma Festival.
Yeah.
How do you feel now that you're more than 2 weeks you're now rested. Now you can think clearly.
Clearly, correct.
Yeah. How do you feel about it? How was it?
The Choma Festival went above my expectation. We had a lot of pushback on the day of, but let me start with the beginning, the inception. This idea was 7 years in the making. DJ Mo, DJ Nick, these are people who just sit around, and while you're having a little boy talk, you're just dropping ideas. Guys, what do you think if we did this? What do you think if we did this? So after a while, I think even God just starts aligning things towards that. So all the little shows I've been doing, that's like our third show this year. Our first show this year was at the Symphony Hall, Black Panther. Our second show was Roots and Punchlines. We partnered with Seattle U. It's a smaller version. We had a mental health thing and a mental health connections at Shoreline College. So Choma was the combination of all these elements of the year, but in a more family-friendly place. With stand-up comedy, I'm always at night. It's night, it's adult comedy. So I'm missing out on the element of family, of people who have kids. And this is also an audience that is untapped because we're always showing our events at night. What if you don't drink? Half my friends are in their sobriety journey. What if you just don't want all their things? You just want to have a calm thing. The vendors can make their money. And that's where Choma came. We picked Jimi Hendrix because Jimi Hendrix has the Jimi Hendrix Park, Jimi Hendrix Museum. Half my friends they have not studied the African American cultures as much as I have. And I wanted them to also get to know that part, which is embedded in our culture in Seattle. Come know who Jimi Hendrix is. Come find out the best jazz musicians who came out of Seattle. Learn the beauty of this city that you have not experienced. You see it on the shallow level. Check it out. And then down, if you come down, now we have the entertainment. Now we have our guy we partnered with to teach. Lewis Hamilton, right? The race guy? Formula One.
Yeah. Yes.
I was so inspired to see him and Damson Idris in one photo. Damson is also starring in the new movie with Brad Pitt, the Formula One movie. So I'm looking at this guy's like, you're black, you're young, you have African roots. Can we push more of this into our culture? I'm now being the dad that I wanted my dad to be like, nah, if you're good at this, let's push for it. So we had a simulator at the park. There were so many kids, because kids are into gaming now. They can make money. You say everybody's a streamer now. There's different ways to make this if we can tap into it instead of going the traditional ways of making them do stuff that they don't really like. So we had that. We had games. We had face painting. We had a few setbacks right before production. Number one, somebody went and messed up with the wires. So we didn't have power. And then that day looked like it was almost raining. I don't know what happened, but I don't know, everybody was praying or something, but the sun came out. It became the first day of summer in Seattle. That was our first miracle. That's when we knew even God is with us. This Choma is with us. We also had a little setback, if you don't mind me mentioning this, and this sometimes pushes our community backwards. The whole idea of Choma is to elevate our community, not one person. It's not Dubai. That was not even the MC. Those other MCs, big up Selena, big up Ming Me Fire. It's community. If we don't show up for community, even the people who are funding us don't trust us. For example, if we say it's Choma Festival, and most of the chefs who are supposed to be at the Choma Festival, especially from Kenya, they cancel last minute, it makes us look bad. All the hard work, all the money we've raised, it makes us look bad. So if community can just come and remember, like see it as a communal gift to us, it's not one individual. When we do, whether it's Madaraka Fest, it's us. There are very few opportunities, even with the way the new administration is working for future funding of these things. We don't show up, they're gonna cut them off. There'll be no more festival. There'll be no more Choma. We'll just be sticking at home. There'll be nothing to do. We have to show up. We have to really, really show up for our own. We are all we got. And the Choma was a success, bro. We had in and out, we had at least 680 people, which we expected 500, which was 100 more. All the vendors sold out. All the merchandise sold out. The reviews were amazing. By the time we left, every DJ had their set. There was no overlapping. All the musicians performed there. It was a array. We had a band called Nebula bland. Heza Feza, she's the one who sings it. So we enjoyed at least that little. There's a DJ and there's live music and kids were dancing. We also had Afro fitness because we're trying to push for fitness now, healthy living. You know, we have a lot of alcoholism in our community. So we had Lady Medina who was doing the acrobatics for the ladies. She infuses African music with. How can I put this exercise? What do they call them? Pilates or dancing, whatever. All that put together. But she's amazing at what she does. Amazing. A lot of partnerships.
Yeah.
And relationships. Relationships. We had an artist called Tim. Tim Gravy is one of the renowned artists from LA who donated a painting. I haven't even sold it yet. He has expensive paintings. I have to keep that in the house first. But we also had Wakulima USA. Wakulima USA came. Choma showed me how to work with people based on we have a similar goal and a similar mission. We can align for this temporal time to make sure the mission is good. If we are aligned, and you know, like Wakulima, they are into food equity. Food equity, Choma Festival. Magic.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I also saw the kind of work you did.
Yeah.
And I want to congratulate you.
Thank you, boss.
On having the idea and putting action behind it and seeing it through, no matter what the challenge is. All the challenges you've mentioned, those are expected. If you're doing, there's a saying that only those who are working make mistakes.
Yo, I like that. Yo.
If you're not doing the work,
there's no mistakes.
You can't make mistakes.
And you're not scarred.
Yeah, so you have to take the risks, make mistakes, do it.
Yes.
Even if there is no power.
Yeah.
Do it, even if chefs cancel last minute.
We are gonna push it through. Yes. And I appreciate the community that came out. Those Kenyans I've never seen, Ethiopians I've never seen. My Russian, Ukrainian, Polish, Zanzibari, my African American community from Seattle showed up. Hey, Black Seattle showed up. Converge Media gave me a lot of support. Your friend, Oman, my guy from Tanzania, Omari. I just love that Choma was well received, way than I expected. So it means next year now, we have room for growth, room for more collaborations, room for more. There were people who flew in, Simon, from Canada, there's my friend from North Carolina, there's a friend from DC. They brought their spouses, but they also came from another Kalenjin function. I'm just happy they also stopped by and showed love. So think about this annually as a food destination. You see how Ngemi was last week? There was Ngemi, then I heard there's Kenya Culture Fest the day after or something. So tie Choma to some 3 or 4 other events where we can all benefit. So say Choma is on Saturday, but there's something else on Friday. Or there's something else on Friday and there's something else on Sunday. It's a whole family weekend. School is out. And we, especially now that FIFA is coming to Seattle, we can make Seattle more of a destination place for next year that is more than entertainment at night. The day we chose, June 28th, was good for Black History Month. Was it Juneteenth month and Pride Month. So long as we tie a lot of things around the good dates, Simon, I think we can have better collabs to have better shows. Yeah.
Thank you. Now let's talk about Madaraka Festival. You have been to Madaraka Festival. You've hosted Madaraka Festival, and we are doing it again on August 30th. How do you feel about that?
Madaraka is dope. Madaraka has been growing every year, and I think this year is going to be dope as well. It's on Pier 62, correct? We've done it before, so at least logistically, you're a little more at ease. So I think Choma Festival, Madaraka Festival this year. I was at Pier 62 actually last week.
Yeah, you hosted.
No, last week.
Yeah.
There was a festival there. It's called
disability.
Black something.
Black market. Night market.
Black night market. So I went with my program manager Claire there. We were kind of scouting it. So I was telling her that's where the stage is. I was literally logistically already with Madaraka Festival. That's where the entrance is. I love it. And with every improvement that has happened in downtown that area, it's a prime location to host a festival at this time. So you're in big vibes. You're in big vibes this year. You're in big vibes. Who are you having, bro? Who are you having? Who's your headliner?
I am the headliner.
Yeah, let's get it, bro. Let's get it, Simon. You have new tracks to bless the people?
I always have new tracks to bless the people.
Let's get it. Let's get it, Simon. I'm happy for you. Madaraka Festival this year, I think the date you chose is not conflicting with other festivals, so it's very advantageous. Just need to spread the word more out.
Yeah.
What's different with this year and last year? Because we skipped it last year. What's different this year?
Last year we didn't skip it. We did it in Kenya.
No, I meant in America. Remember?
Yeah.
You did it in Kenya. And how did you feel about the Kenyan when you did it? It was the first time to do it in Kenya or the second time?
Like third time.
How was it this time?
It was good,
I saw it. Huh?
It was great. Mm-hmm. It was great.
How did the community receive it? I saw you went all over the country. You went to the mayor. Was it the mayor? Lupita's dad.
If the event is happening in Kisumu,
he has to be there. I didn't know you know those. I didn't know you know him.
Yeah, those are some of the procedures. Those are the leaders of Kisumu. It's like if you're doing an event in Seattle, you have to talk to the mayor of Seattle. You have to talk to the stakeholders, the key people.
Correct.
Yeah, so we had to work with him, and.
But he was good. He was at least he cooperated. This one in Madaraka Festival?
Yeah.
What is the highlight? What do you want people to come and see? I know who you are. I know what you can deliver.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna kill it. This time, why are you excited on 2025? Me, I'm excited because it's my second time going there, but I'm not hosting. Now I'm going to watch. Last time I was working. This time I'm coming out to enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my little lemonade and get my seat. What's it called? The armchair seat?
Yeah.
And now sit as a spectator. That's what I'm excited this time about.
Yeah, I think there is nothing to say
yet.
It should just be kept as it is.
Okay.
And those who show up will leave with something to remember.
I look forward to it, bro.
That is what is most important. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are things that you don't say, you just do.
You just do. Yeah. You just surprise people. The element of surprise. I love it, love it.
Now look here and invite
August
the village. Saturday, August 30th. 12 o'clock to 9 o'clock, Pier 62.
All right. Let me, on your cue,
do
bro.
your thing, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to North City. This is Seattle. Madaraka Festival 2025 welcomes you to come to the best city in America. August 30th. We're going to be there at noon. Please, American time. Mm-hmm. Noon to 6. 6 or 7?
Noon to 9.
Noon to 9 p.m. We are taking it all the way to the night. It's the most beautiful place around the pier. So please, call your moms, call your dads, invite people. We are doing Madaraka Festival. Community supports community. Simon's going to be there. There'll be a lot of bands that are going to be there. Vendors are going to be there. Different artists you've never seen before are going to be there. Apart from the vendors, what else can they come for?
The vibe.
The vibe is going to be eclectic. And of course, I'm going to be there as well. So you'll see me. Ladies and gentlemen, Madaraka Festival 2025, all are welcome.
100%.
Yeah.
Now look at the same camera and invite everybody who is watching to subscribe to Madaraka podcast here on YouTube.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've enjoyed this channel for a while. This is Madaraka Festival. I'm your boy, Dubai Dennis. I'm welcoming you to subscribe here to see more of this content, more guests like this, to be more educated, to be more informed, and also just to support our work so we can keep this show going. Subscribe to Madaraka Festival on YouTube. Tap in.
Now, I want you to ensure that people who are watching our show today can support you, can follow you on your platforms. So share how people can actually do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're a grassroots organization. We're kind of small. We're building up. So any form of support, financial support, volunteer support, follow us. Our Instagram page is called Kicheko Project. Kicheko, Kicheko Project. Or you can follow Choma Festival on Instagram, Facebook. You can also follow us on Kicheko Project or Choma Festival on YouTube. And personally, if you want to know my comedy journey, my Instagram is Dubai Dennis, the MC. Just follow us. Support us. Come out. We need you to do this work. We need you. And I know you love our work because we see the views. Thank you again for your continuous support in Seattle and above. Thank you again for having us.
As we wrap up, is there anything that I did not ask that you want to share? Something that as you are driving here, you are like, I would like to talk to Simon about this.
Yeah. I found my daughter. I found my daughter after 10 years.
Wow.
Sienna. That's all I thought about when I came. I said, I've not shared that with you.
Yeah.
She's 10. She's 13 now.
Yeah.
She does British Got Talent and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably one of my biggest achievements in life. And it makes the work that I've been doing actually feel that it's emulated somewhere, even spiritually, without me being there.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to share with you is don't underestimate the work you're doing and who it's influencing out there.
Yeah.
Some people might not see it. Some people might not understand it because it's not their time to understand.
Yeah.
In the Bible, Joseph was a big talker like me. And no one in the family liked people who talk a lot. So they used to send him over there in the bush. Go talk to animals. Go talk to animals. That's why he was so close to the animals. Even by the time they sold him, they kept telling him, you keep talking. I'm representing Joseph. Speak your dreams. Speak them. That is your prayer to God. He's listening. If you speak down on yourself, that's what he's going to give you. If you speak up of yourself and he sees your work will benefit others, that's it. That's all I'm saying. Keep the good work, my bro.
Thank you.
Let's do it, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Sienna. Daddy, this is your uncle. If you don't see me, you see him. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And to everybody who joined us for today's conversation, I deeply appreciate your support and your time. And as you all know, at the end of every show, I always encourage you to subscribe to the channel because that's one of the direct ways you can ensure the growth of this channel. The bigger the number of subscribers we have, the bigger the guests that we can host on the show. So please take a minute, subscribe, comment down below, and give this video a thumbs up. Peace.